So my name is Laure. I'm working at OfferUp for a little over 3 years now. We are a buy and sell marketplace located here in the Seattle area. We have part of our teams that are more international, Central, South America, and also in Miami. What we really focus on is creating connection between people locally through buy and sell experiences, but usually you get more when you connect with people when you buy and sell. I'm leading the product team who is in charge of growth at OfferUp. We own the core marketplace experience, which includes the buying experience. When you come into the app, you look at what products are available and you start chatting with the seller, as well as the seller. How do you put a product up for sale? How do you price it? And things like that. And really our goal right now is trying to grow our user base. The big question we have to answer is how can we make local in a digital way really resonate with people. When we were in conversations with Statsig team, we really knew we were talking to people who knew what they were doing. When we focus on growth, obviously test and learn is like a key component of how do you make growth happen. And so for us, the ability to test any features that we launch for our users is super important. And being able to see those results quickly is even more important. And for the most part, all other competitors that we looked into, they put the emphasis on bucketing, multi-arm bandit, all of that technology, but not so much in the analytics part of it. So we were looking for a partner that could do, the basic of experimentation, bucketing and all of that, but also that could have baked in analytics that we could just plug and play and just use. So that's where really Statsig made a difference for us. And the other super important part for us was being able to handle the load of our events, because we have a lot of events and we have a lot of users, and so we wanted to find a platform where we could see results almost in near real time of our experiments to, again, make decisions super fast and learn super fast. The other thing that we were running into with our own system was the inability to run multiple tests at once on the same area of the app. And so doing mutually exclusive experiments was not something that we could do. We had this need that needed to be fulfilled. It really feels like a win-win. There is no oh, I can't really tell you how it is. It's more we're really in a partnership, and we feel confident we can report things and they're gonna be solved. We also exchange ideas on things we need and things like that, and we see that then showing up in the product itself, so that's really nice. With Statsig, we got the velocity. We had a tremendous increase in experimentation velocity. We run almost 5 to 10 times more experiments than before. What's important is not necessarily the results, it's the learning that comes with it and what you do with it next and the next experimentation you're doing. So I think that's where the shift happened, is that understanding that failing is okay, and also that understanding that experimentation is not a once and done, it's a continuous iteration. When we are talking about experiments, there is not so much oh, this experiment won, this experiment lost. It's more about the learnings. Oh yeah, the results were not what we were expecting. However, we learned X and Y, and now we're gonna either pivot in a different direction or iterate on the learnings that we've had. One of the things that we were focused on last year was trying to get more people to opt into push notifications. And so that has been Statsig has been a big enabler for us to do that, as well as our first-time user experience. Our onboarding experience has been key experiments that we run through Statsig. Now we rolled out those experiments for any new customer that comes into the app. With our homegrown solution, we would probably do 1 or 2 experiments per month, probably. Right now, we are, every sprint we have between, I would say, 3 and 5 experiments that are ready. So that makes, 10 per month, probably. Yeah, we completely trust the data that we've been seeing. And when we talk about results, there is no one saying, hey, like I need actually an analyst to double check and do this other deep dive to make sure it's correct, which happened in the past. We're an app first brand, so like when we have app release in the app store, we make sure like we all start our experiments a few days after the new app version has started to ramp, to just eliminate any issue with that app version in particular and things like that. And again, like the ability to drill down and also just look at, on a daily basis how that's trending, or like for people that have been bucketed earlier in the experiment, how is that doing for them compared to people that have just newly been bucketed. This is really, that's the magic, and that's really what what empowers us to go fast and make decisions faster. To be a good product manager, you need to be very humble and just keep going and keep asking the right questions when you see the results of your experiments. There's always learning, and so it's just a matter of like, again, going back to your original hypothesis and original problems that you're trying to solve, and with the now new results you have from that first experiment, you could understand that maybe the way you were trying to solve for that problem is not the right way. Everything we do is for users, and ultimately that's what we're here for. We're here for our users, and like we want them to be happy with the product we built.